They run a 6-2, different tempos, but they have such a consistency so that it's really seamless when it goes from one to the next.
JoJo Cruz with the kill. 2013 OIA East honorable mention a season ago. Kurosawa gets it over off the hand of Jones. This one chased down by Nago. Good job by her, and it's rolled back over by Molina. Moanalua on the attack. Enstrom hit that one on the way down for the kill. 6-foot junior. Plays on the Jammers Volleyball Club. Prior to that, she played at Great Bay Volleyball Club on the East Coast.
Sister Sarah was just playing on that featured JV match.
15 serving 8. Kalaluhi again tips it over of Enstrom. Reuter's there. Enstrom takes a swing. That one might have hit the net. Root off the touch, and now pokes it back over. Jones for Kalaluhi. Her roll shot met by Cruz. Now. Bingo.
And really such a smart player. Last week when we saw her against Castle, a lot of line shots, a lot of turns back to the left side of the court. This time hitting the open space, finding the right side of the court in the deep angle.
Third kill for the 6-foot senior. 16 serving 8. This one goes off the hands of Kalaluhi and then Jones before Molina gets it over. Enstrom. Jones keeps it alive. Ka'aihui. Pancake dig by Kurosawa. Cruz gets it over. Nago is there. Molina, Kalaluhi. Cruz chases it one down. Bump set now. All power from Leah that time. Her 4th tonight. Timeout, Roosevelt.
End of the play, you look at Kabanting and Moanalua. Now gets all the credit. Big swing on the outside, but you talk about the pancake dig. You talk about Reuter at the net slowing down the big attack from Malama Kalaluhi. Team defense. Everyone in the right place, everyone knowing their roles. The team in blue doing that very well tonight.
Again, it's always tough being the guy after the guy, and that's Alan Kabanting. You know, it's always hard filling in the shoes of a legend like Tommy Legg. So one of the different philosophies he wanted to change and implement here in 2014, specifically with the girls team, is just a little bit more of a faster tempo, a faster offense. We saw a little bit of that last week against Castle, and they have worked pretty well here in this opening set, lead by 9 now, 17-8. Kabanting, we mentioned all the accolades that he's had and all how he keeps busy. He was also part of that Kuikahi club team. Was an assistant there. Played club ball while attending University of Washington. His team on a 9-0 run now, hitting .380. 10 kills, 2 errors on 21 attempts. Roosevelt on the other side hitting .118 through the first 25 points. 4 kills, 2 errors on 17 attempts. Joy Kurosawa, the 5'5" senior again. Volleyball's in her blood. Her brother Chris also plays on the boys volleyball team. As Kurosawa goes for Nago. Dug up in the back row. Molina sets it. Ka'aihui. This one just a little long.
You know, it's interesting the ties between the girls and boys team. Obviously, Kabanting coaching both, and he says a lot of the boys will come in practice. There was a dead period. They just finished, and so there was no interaction. Couldn't have the boys come out to play, but they're back, and Austin Matautia, one of the stars of that program, will come out and play. Different guys from that team, and it really elevates the level of play in the gymnasium.
Ka'aihui bumps it across. Cruz is there. Sato backside Reuter. Dia Reuter, a 5'11" junior, able to go cross court for the kill. Her 3rd tonight. And a 19-8 lead.
We talked about Austin Matautia. Gabby Matautia, one of the assistant coaches here. Jeff now another high level. This is the stacked coaching bench.
Yeah. 19 serving 8. Near the net, Molina try to get it over, tight at the net. And a point here from Moanalua.
You know, and it comes down to the most basic confrontation in volleyball, which is the serve versus the pass. And Moanalua is winning so far because they're winning that battle on both sides.
They're now 5 away from winning the set. This one poked across for Kalaluhi. And we're going to whistle. This one is going to go against Roosevelt, a net violation.
Good look at Malama Kalaluhi. She was a transfer from St. Francis. Wasn't able to play last year. Injured, out for the year. Getting a good look at her for the first time in a couple of years this year.
Lorraine Jones. This one just tapped over by Kelsey Lynn Sato. Enstrom tries the same, but Ka'aihui is there. Down the middle, Jones got it. Good job by Ashlyn Lorraine Jones, the 6-foot senior outside hitter.
Composed, she's the leader. Big exhortation, let's go at the end of that play.
Jones, a 3-year player, has been playing since her sophomore year, also plays part of the Pico Volleyball Club. Kaylin Makimoto, the 5'2 junior, the DS, gets it over. Dug up by the libero Kurosawa. What a set for now. Dug up by Jones. Kept alive. It's Jones again, finding the back right corner, but just long.
And Moanalua's really done a good job of putting the pressure on. The big question mark at the beginning of this first set was how are teams going to deal with the distractions, deal with the uncertainty, deal with the fire helicopter on the middle field, and Moanalua's done a better job.
And they swept up the floor pretty nicely. Haven't seen too many slips since that delay. Makimoto free balls it across. Quick attack in the middle. Enstrom got it. Katie Enstrom.
You know, the one other delay that kind of matches that is I was actually at a men's NCAA championship match one, and it was at Irvine, and Irvine was in the championship. They had lost the first 2 sets, and all of a sudden, guess what happens? The lights turn off, and they don't come back on for 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Big conspiracy theories come out because guess what? Irvine goes on to win sets 3, 4, and 5, the complete turnaround. And there are people still talking about it to this day.
Wow. Thankfully, we didn't have anything that serious in this one. 23-10. Kalaluhi serves this one long to give the point right back. And that'll set up set point here.
It brings up the whole, gosh, what was it, the basketball game where first game of the NBA championships where the air conditioning's not working. And
Miami, right?
LeBron James goes in cramps at the end of the match. Yeah.
Even the Super Bowl last year with Baltimore and San Francisco where the lights go out in the Superdome.
Right.
You had that 45-minute delay. Set point for Moanalua. This one dug up by Molina, chased down by Jones, and free ball back across by Ka'aihui. Enstrom for the set. That one met at the net. Cruz takes a swing. This one goes long.
And you see the battles at the net. The team in red can hold their own. They've got the physicality. They've got a lot of height. It's just the stuff in the back, cleaning up that stuff in the back, trying to get a little momentum here at the end of the first set to take into the second set.
Here's Kylie Ka'aihui, the 5'9 junior. This one is long. And just like that, Moanalua takes care of set number 1, 25-11. What has been a very weird opening set. The delay did not hamper Moanalua's level of play in that opening set. Roosevelt try and bounce back in set 2. When we come back on XCast.
Aloha, I'm Lanai with Cooking Hawaiian Style, and this week we have from the Big Island chef, Ipi Iona. How you doing, brother?
Good, how are you?
What are you going to make for us this week?
All right, guys, so tonight I'm going to make for you guys some pork belly adobo, my version, and some steak tataki.
Oh, that sounds good. You're not going to want to miss this one. Local people making local food right here on Cooking Hawaiian Style. Watch new episodes of Cooking Hawaiian Style every Monday at 7:30 on OC16, exclusively on Time Warner Cable.
Download the TWC TV app and watch what you want, anytime, anywhere, any way you want. It's TV everywhere from Oceanic Time Warner Cable. For more information, go to oceanic.com. Get the triple play for $99.99 per month and get stars for $4.95 a month for 6 months. Plus, ask how to get a free Dell 2-in-1.
Back here in Salt Lake Namenehune Gym, Moanalua High School, as Moanalua gets ready to take on the Rough Riders of Roosevelt here in set number 2 after winning set number 1, 25-11. This is XCast and Oceanic Time Warner Cable. A chance for you to check out more teams, more games, and more high school sports that you love. We talked about this earlier, Kevin, in the opening matchup in the JV, that this has really been something special, particularly for the volleyball community, something that usually takes a backseat because football gets more of the spotlight. But a chance for these ladies to get not only some face time, get some college looks, and a chance to get some reps and a lot of good exposure for them throughout this entire season.
And they've answered the bell with high-level play. They've answered the bell with high-level coaching. And we've matched that level. Look at the camera work. Look at the video. We got the best talent in the business right here.
Yeah.
And, this is compelling TV.
Yeah, certainly. Of course, it's all because of the brainchild of Mitzi Lejano, the VP of Programming over at Oceanic, who wanted to expand the coverage. So we don't typically have the gigantic truck that you would typically see during a television game. All the equipment is just really 2 rows behind us. But the cameras and the quality have been spectacular through these test runs that we have been doing. It's good that we're on live now, and we got to show some of that stuff off in the opening match of our doubleheader as Moanalua JV team able to defeat Roosevelt in a straight set victory. Let's take a look at our set 1 stats here.
And the big number that's going to jump out at you is that 4th line. It's 0.45 for kill percentage for Roosevelt and 2.85 for Moanalua. So you might think that the hitting for Moanalua is better, but reality, it's the passing and then setting. Roosevelt not getting as many good opportunities in good situations so far.
Leah now leading the way for Moanalua. Game high 4 kills for her. JoJo Cruz 2 kills, 7 digs. And Katie Emstrom 3 kills for her.
Some of the JV players who just were suited up in this earlier match.
They're shy now, but as we visit all the hot spots around the island and see some great volleyball action, they won't be shy anymore, we'll tell you that.
Good look at Puna Velasco there in the center of your screen. Started coaching at age 17, the Marinol Intermediate team, and he said they had an undefeated year. Maybe one of the highlights of his long, illustrious coaching career.
Hilo High grad 1995, was a setter and an outside hitter. Last season losing to Hawaii Prep Academy in the state tournament.
Quarterfinals, yeah. Can you imagine you're 17 years old and you're trying to coach 14 and 15-year-olds? I don't know if I could do that right now, but that is a challenge and a half.
Well, we asked him if, being 17, only 3 years older, did they take you seriously? He said, well, for the most part, they did. Just that first year.
Really like him, really like his family. They are everything that's good about prep volleyball in Hawaii. All that tradition, all that history, but still, maybe the most special thing, not even really all about volleyball. You know, volleyball is the vessel, volleyball is a tool, but at the end of the day, it's how do we make excellence in life?
Those are the lessons that this Roosevelt Rough Rider volleyball program is built on. Moanalua gives it over to Roosevelt to start us off in set number 2. Now, able to just get over the top of the tape. Lorraine Jones, and then it's bumped across. Cruz is there. Yasui tried to go quick attack in the middle for Enstrom, but Enstrom sort of pushes that one into the net, and Roosevelt out in front quickly, 1-0. Deslin Malama Kalaluhi puts it over, dug up by Kurosawa. Outside, what an arm there from Moanalua's Pume Nedlick.
You know, and you look at all the outside hitters, we talk a lot about Leah Now and JoJo Cruz, but Pume Nedlick on the right side, Arendia Reuter. That's something that Coach Kabanting really prides himself in, is that we're battling every day in practice. We're competing for spots. Do you want to play left side? Do you want to play right side? Are you going to be a DS or are you going to go for that libero position? And really, it is the motivator that keeps them working hard.
Leah Now, 6-foot senior. It's ready to serve, gets it over. Dug up by Makimoto. There's a swing from Jones, and this one is long down the line. Quick side out here for Big Blue. It's 2-1. Now who began volleyball, I should say, at the age of 10. Has been playing it for about 7 years now. Who's been heavily influenced by her father, Jeff, and her sister, Remo, who went to play at Punho. Those two continue to push her. Have big things in store for Leah throughout this season.
You know, what's going on right now in a normal match would be like a crazy what's going on. And for us tonight, that's just the icing on the cake.
Right.
We've had a crazy broadcast. You know, to kind of give the recap for people who are starting to tune in right now, we had helicopter landings.
Yep.
We had dust-filled floors. We had a 30-minute delay for safety precautions.
Yes.
And that was before the match started.
Yeah, certainly. And it took a complete team effort from this Moanalua athletic staff to get things in tip-top shape. They had to sweep the floor. They've mopped the floor. They put all that dust and that dirt back into the dustpan, and all, of course, for the safety of these players. But a great overall job from the staff here at Moanalua to make sure everything is A-OK to continue play here in the OIA.
The skeptic in me is going to go out and say, you know what? There's a conspiracy here. Dave Vinton, Mitzi Lejano, they're going out and they're writing a script saying, how can we promote this XCast? Right. Well, let's talk. Let's talk about a fire. Let's talk about a rescue. Let's bring a helicopter in. We'll do some stunts.
Right.
That can't be, right?
Yeah, and we lost power, by the way, to the broadcast earlier to start. So our crew, they are the hardest working crew in the biz. We'll tell you that. Easily. Tough set from Kalaluhi. It's able to be poked back over by Makimoto. They set it for JoJo Cruz, who finds the floor for the point.
I tell you, someone who likes XCast, that's JoJo Cruz. Bringing her A game. Big swing on the outside.
JoJo Cruz, 4.0 GPA from last semester. Was an OC16 impact player last season as well. Looking to pad those accolades. And here's an ace from Now.
You know, there's certain names in sports that just have a ring to them. JoJo Cruz is one of them. Another one I think about is an Arizona State volleyball player. Her name, Mercedes Benz. You know, just all name, all players.
Tough serve to try and maintain, but it's an ace for Leah Now.
Challenge for Moanalua is keeping the pressure on, keeping that intensity.
They lead 5-1. Now to serve. Here's an overpass, and Moanalua will get it back. Kurosawa, near side, Nedlick. That one dug up in the back row. This one's chased down by Mojica. Beyond the 3-meter line, Kalaluhi able to get it over. Cruz taps it with the left hand, and that's good enough down the line for the kill.
Talked about Cabanting and that quick offense there. We see Puna Velasco trying to come up with some answers here. One of the great things he said is, you know, I let the girls take some ownership in this program. It's not just what I want to do. I let them have some feedback as well. There's a lot of compromises that go on.
Here's Jones. Now in the back row to dig it. Yasui for Cruz. That one dug up by Makimoto. Mojica. Wow, what power from Jones.
And you started seeing it at the end of the first set. Jones taking more of that responsibility. Only 3 kills, not in much of a rhythm, but you started seeing that mentality. Here she goes over to number 14, Mojica. We got this.
And explosiveness from the 6-foot senior outside hitter. As the serve goes into the net.
It's an interesting dynamic that happens when you're on TV or when you're playing in a bigger match. You feel like you have to raise your game and have to play at a higher level, and that causes this uncertainty and a little forcing, and I feel that energy from the Roosevelt side tonight.
Down 5 in set 2, down to the match 0-1. Good set for Jones, able to get the sideline and the point.
2 cleanest, 2 most efficient plays for Roosevelt tonight.
A tremendous set to Ashlyn Lorraine Jones. Couple subs come in. Alexis Collins checks in for the first time in the match. 5'1" senior, setter and defensive specialist. Goes to the sideline. Goes for Ng. That one corralled. And Cruz. And a great dig in the back right corner by Jones. Pushed across. Ng. Yasui for Furman. That one went off her forearm back over. Nedlick is there. Down the middle for Now. And that one's good for the point.
Moanalua getting all the bounces right now. Coach Alan Cabanting, nice and relaxed. You know, we talked about him looking a little uncertain. He likes to script things, likes to plan things. But when you always force the competition in practice, good things happen in the competition in the matches.
Emery Sato, 5'6" sophomore, puts it in. And that one went off the hands of Jones and then poked right back across by Collins. And we're going to get a point here for Moanalua.
Reaching over the net, unfortunate error. You have to let that ball break the plane of the tape, break the line, and jump in the gun a little bit.
Collins did a good job defensively on that serve receive to keep that one alive. But the point comes to Moanalua. Near the net, this one tapped over. No signal yet. Then we're getting an illegal back row attacker.
Number 7, the setter, Kylie Kaihui, can't hit that ball over the net. She can't attack because she's in the back row, needs to play that back on her side.
And a point for Moanalua. 10 serving 3. The tempo of this second set, it's been a little bumpy. Mojica hit this one into the net, I believe. Yes, 4 hits. And Puna Velasco going to take a timeout to try and slow the momentum down. Down 8 in set 2, trying to battle back here on XCast.
You can get Ultimate 100 Internet from Oceanic Time Warner Cable in downtown, in lush valleys, all over the city, in small towns, and across Big Islands, with speeds up to 100 megabits per second. So wherever you are across the state, Oceanic Time Warner Cable has you covered.
Aloha, I'm Dave Vinton.
And I'm Racine Satele. Tune into this week's edition of Inside OC 16 Sports. The prep football frenzy continues, and we'll recap all the big games.
The girls' prep volleyball season tips off. We'll see which teams got off to a hot start.
And we'll meet a Lelehua football player whose injury won't keep him away from the team he loves.
OC 16 football analyst Darren Hernandez will get us set for this week's big games.
That's this week on Inside OC 16 Sports, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and only on Oceanic Time Warner Cable.
A lot of photographers, a lot of proud parents. Some of their kids as we welcome you back inside Na'amenehune Gym. Moanalua leads it in set 2, 11-3. Won set 1, 25-11. We play best 2 out of 3 in this OIA regular season. Moanalua hitting 300 so far in this second set. And we'll get another ace.
Talking to Coach Cabanting about the chemistry on the team. It's so much more important on the female side of volleyball, and he wanted to give a lot of credit to his 2 assistant coaches, Gabby and Melanie. He said, the bonding, I would probably go with a movie night. They're doing makeup and fingernail polish and stuff, and it sounds funny, Felipe, but I'll tell you what, coaching girls volleyball, if they don't feel like a team, they don't play like a team on the court.
Right. That's what makes covering volleyball so interesting. That's arguably one of the more tight-knit athletic teams that you'll see, particularly on the female side as well, as that shot is put down by Bailey Furman. You see a lot with softball as well. So it's good to have those experiences, I should say, for those girl teams trying to sort of find their identity and find that chemistry that'll carry on eventually throughout this regular season. 13 serving 4. High toss by Aaron Fujitani to put into play. Mojica chases it down. This is two-handed over by Sato. Kept alive, and then Fujitani pushes this one wide right. Good effort by both teams.
Janelle Molina coming in, number 2 in red. 2 years in the program, knows the system very well. Needs to get some tough serves in there with intensity. Wow, good one.
That one dug up by Ying. This is Reuter. That one goes off the hands of Ka'aihui. From the back row, Jones. Chase down, now. Good dig by Collins. And then this one ends up in the stands.
You know, the defense for Roosevelt, it's all the right places. The block's right there out on now. The defense is in the spot, but so much velocity here with their 6th kill. What do you do?
Yeah.
Over the block, too much power in the back. You got to be able to just get back in system and put a ball back right away against the other team as well.
And in the front row is Reuter along with Enstrom and now for Moanalua. Line drive serve from the libero Kurosawa. We'll get a whistle and another net violation. (15-5). Kurosawa gets this one over, and this is going to be a double contact on Alexis Collins.
You know, I think it deserves another mention. We talked about it as we take a look at Puna Velasco, but the AD for Moanalua, Joel Kawachi, smart decision. Stop the game for half an hour. That's not the easy decision, but really a testament to him and his administrative abilities. And we talked about all the projects. Let's list some of the projects. New bleachers coming in next year.
Yep.
A broadcast-friendly bleacher system for people like us. We got a new scoreboard coming in. They're going to have the first beach volleyball court in the state on a high school campus. That could be one of the first beach volleyball courts in the country. So special things there. And then the last thing, new grass for the baseball field. That's $25,000 as well. So big things happening on the Moanalua campus.
As an AD, always sitting down, always looking, how can I improve this place? And he's certainly leaving his mark. Enstrom's shot is rat-a-tatted around and pushed back over by Makimoto. Makimoto trying to fight off another wave. Good hustle from her, but it ends up in the stands and a point for Moanalua. It's Enstrom.
You know, you watch Roosevelt, they're not in a rhythm today. They're struggling, but they're struggling with class. They're struggling with effort. They're putting a lot of hustle in. You don't see any people turning on each other. This is a team that wins as a team and also loses as a team.
Makimoto for Jones for Malama Kalaluhi. Down the line, that one dug up by Kurosawa. Nedlick cross court.
And we're also seeing some growing pains. D2 to D1 is a huge, huge jump, especially on the volleyball scene, especially in girls volleyball as well. And take some time. You have to work your way up the chain.
This serve is poked over. Molina back set for Kalaluhi. And that one goes right into the block, and another timeout called by Puna Velasco. Roosevelt always giving back to not only their volleyball community, but working on some service projects, looking to make this state better. Working on a service project, the varsity team sort of took the reins, called Project Weinberg Village. It's over in Waimanalo. It's a project who's trying to help needy families with some necessities like clothing, like bedding, some toys, and some school supplies. If you want to donate, you can contact Gigi Velasco at 232-5047. That's 232-5047. Or contact her at gkk@ksglaw.com. A great cause for the Project Weinberg Village over in Waimanalo. While we have a moment, let's take a look at our Coach's Corner. A chance for us to spotlight some great coaches around the league. For Roosevelt, their Coach's Corner is all about Jaron Lubong. Jaron does a lot of work behind the scenes for the program, on top of being the white team's head coach. From Moanalua, their Coach's Corner, Sheila Kagehiro. She is also the team mom. She has done a tremendous job in ensuring all the logistics are taken care of and that the behind-the-scenes work is done. She not only coordinates most everything from varsity, but also does it for all three teams. She does an amazing job ensuring that everything is communicated to everyone. So congratulations to Sheila Kagehiro and Jaron Lubong. Moanalua in the attack. Enstrom just got it down for the 20th point for Moanalua.
You know, just to put a bow on the Weinberg Foundation, if that sounds familiar to you, it's because they have done so many things throughout the country and also here in Hawaii. The Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation, and out in Waimanalo, you see their name on buildings all across the state doing great things for those in the most need.
So again, 232-5047 to contact Gigi Velasco if you want to help with that. Kalaluhi able to get it over. This is Nedlick off the block. Another point here for Moanalua, another for Nedlick.
And we haven't celebrated Pumehana Nedlick very much tonight, and we should be, because she doesn't take bad swings. She doesn't make bad plays. So consistent and steady out there. 5'8", but has physicality to match much bigger heights.
3 kills for her as well. Now who has 6 of her own with a good serve. To Aihui, taps it back over. Nedlick, near pin. This one long.
The jinx.
Yeah.
Of Kevin Wong. I apologize, Pumehana Nedlick, and all your family. I caused that one. I will take full responsibility.
21-8.
Wow.
That's always the case. Now we get some substitutions coming in. Kiana Hamasaki, a 5'1" senior, coming on this serve rotation. Rifles one over. Dug up by Kurosawa. Here's Cruz from the far side. That one dug up. This one hit back over, and that's going to be a kill for Kahea Mohica.
And Kiana Hamasaki, number 6 in red, going back to serve, comes in, serves a BB, gets a dig, makes a point. Nice job.
Here she is again. This one goes long. 22-9. Road doesn't get any easier here for the Rough Riders on their schedule. Back-to-back road games. They'll head over to Laie and play Kahuku on the 15th, and then Kailua on the 17th, before heading back home and playing Kaimuki on the 22nd. Moanalua looking to hang on to this lead and move to 3-0. Kalaluhi near side, and it is Jones able to pound that one off the block, but a net violation called.
You know, Roosevelt has also looked flat tonight. You got to think that 3-set battle on Monday, 15-13 in the third, not just fatigued physically but mentally as well, that might be a big part of the flatness maybe that we're seeing today.
23 serving 9. This is an overpass, and Moanalua has a chance. Bump set, runner by Cruz, and she's met at the net. Wow. Ashlyn Lorraine Jones, Amy Porilla in there.
Big move to the outside, and then a little too much celebration through the net for our up referee. You know, if you're down 10-23, you're allowed to celebrate a little bit. That was a big, bright spot for this team in red.
She's had a couple of those in this match so far. Someone who clearly shows her emotions, and now here is Karina Nago, 5' senior defense specialist. First off the bench for Roosevelt, also a scoring live intern. In the middle, Cruz. This one, a hot shot off the hands of Hamasaki. And that'll set up match point. 5th tonight for Cruz. Leah now checks in for Moanalua. Emery Sato to serve for the match. Sato goes to the back middle. That one dug up by Kalaluhi. Jones, and back to Kalaluhi. Met by Ing. Here's a shot from Cruz, and this one is long.
Ashlyn Lorraine Jones serving.
11 serving 24. Jones gets this one over. Sato for Furman in the middle. That one met at the net. Ing down the middle. Now off speeder, and that is good for the win. 25-11. 25-11. Moanalua with the 2-set sweep to move to 3-0 in 2014. We saw the delay, we saw the firepower, and it was well on display tonight for Big Blue.
Workmanlike performance, a lot of class from this team in blue, top to bottom, small to big. They have all the roles, and they're on a mission this year.
25-11 and 11. We'll take a timeout, wrap things up here from Salt Lake. This is OIA Volleyball on XCast at Oceanic Time Warner Cable.
You can get Ultimate 100 Internet from Oceanic Time Warner Cable in downtown, in lush valleys, all over the city, in small towns and across big islands with speeds up to 100 megabits per second. So wherever you are across the state, Oceanic Time Warner Cable has you covered.
Aloha, I'm Dave Vinton.
And I'm Racine Satele. Tune into this week's edition of Inside OC16 Sports. The prep football frenzy continues, and we'll recap all the big games.
The girls' prep volleyball season tips off. We'll see which teams got off to a hot start.
And we'll meet a Lelehua football player whose injury won't keep him away from the team he loves.
OC16 football analyst Darren Hernandez will get us set for this week's big games.
That's this week on Inside OC16 Sports, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and only on Oceanic Time Warner Cable.
Back here in Salt Lake, another straight set victory for Moanalua to move to 3-0 in this 2014 OIA girls volleyball season. 25-11, 25-11 over Roosevelt. Felipe Ojastro, Kevin Wong getting ready to wrap things up here from Namenehune Gym. Moanalua, all the weapons, all the offensive firepower on display tonight. And it wasn't really just one person, it was a multitude of players throughout the later portions of set one and into set two.
And that's all the volleyball stuff. What about the other non-volleyball stuff? The helicopters, the fire department, the distractions. The reality is this was a great practice for some weird things that are going to be on the track, and this is a team that can go a long way.
I think he made a good point about Roosevelt and how they might have been a little bit emotionally drained after Monday's win against Kalaheo, 25-22, 21-25, and then 15-13. That was against a injured Kalaheo squad without Sienna Masaki, who injured in the later portions of the third set. But they still had the pieces to have a successful season this year, despite all the doubters of them having moved from Division II to Division I.
This is a team that has all the pieces. Exactly. They are going to get better because they've got the size, they got the physicality, they have the people who can do the positions. Really, if I had to tweak one thing, it would be the passing. Take care of that first contact.
But someone who did make a lot of noise was Ashlyn Lorraine Jones, a 6-foot senior. She was in there, and when this Roosevelt team was down and they needed a spark, they got it from her.
With the blocks, with the spikes, with the serves, yeah, she's the real deal.
Final stats here as we get ready to wrap things up from Salt Lake.
And once again, 24 kills to 14 for Roosevelt, hitting 272 to 044. You think it's the offensive side, but it's all the little things. 41 digs for Moanalua to 16 for Roosevelt. They're in all the right spots. We saw a lot of big-time hits from Malama Kalaluhi that were popped up pretty easily from Moanalua.
It is Leah now with a game-high 7 kills, along with JoJo Cruz, who put in 5 kills, 9 digs. Katie Enstrom drops in 5 of her own. Lorraine Jones puts in 4 kills and a block. And Deslin Malamaka'ihui with 3 kills as well. This is opening night, live broadcast of JV and varsity volleyball. We still have a lot more to come. Coming up tomorrow, we'll be in Mililani. We'll take a look at Pearl City as they'll take on the hometown Trojans there. And then on Friday in OC16, check out some OIA football as Copper Lake takes on Campbell. So, 2 games down. We have a lot more to go, partner.
It's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a fun ride, and we're going to be able to document every step of the way.
Special thanks to our producer, Ed McLaurin, our director, Kevin Luke, for Kevin Wong, and the terrific women and men of our X-Cast crew. Felipe Ojastro, good night from Salt Lake. Moanalua straight set victory, and 3-0 in 2014.
OC16 Sports.